Hey, folks, just a friendly reminder that all shows on the Madness Comic Network are produced by their individual hosts and in no way reflect the opinions of the network as a whole. The statements in the following broadcast are not necessarily the opinions of the Madness Comic Network, its staff, sponsors, or contributors. This show is rated TVMA, as are all of them and all those other letters. Viewer discretion is highly advised, and, just do what Doc says. Read that again. Peace, everybody.
Flip City Magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black and white, I thought your quality was great. But damn, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
Genuinely cutting. But also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
Mr. Chris, what up? Also, Chris Kale from rock and roll band Five Finger Death Punch. Heard that you're about to launch your newest board game, Gods of Metal, where you take on the persona of different metal musicians to stop the overlords and their demons from taking over reality. I think I know a metal musician that can help you fight those overlords and those demons. That is me, Chris Kale. So, shout out to you, Chris. Shout out to all of the Laughing Rogue crew. And shout out to Gods of Metal. I will be in there taking over reality from the demons and the overlords. Chris Kale. Just like it says there on my hat, in case I forget. I do play bass.
An ancient darkness is breaking through into our reality. The overlords are coming. They're demons united. They'll stop at nothing to tear our world to shreds. And the only thing that can stop them is the power of metal. You have been chosen by the gods of metal to lead this crusade of finger-shredding fury. You must write the sick riffs, craft the awesome lyrics, find unholy rhythms, and set the heads banging. Show the overlords that their darkness is nothing compared to yours. Gods of Metal is a co-op deck-building game for 1 to 4 players. You and your bandmates must work to create the most powerful band in human history. Find mystical instruments of legend, outlandish costumes to improve your powers, and recruit mascots to help you battle the overlords. Find the power of pure decibels and use them to destroy your enemies by crafting songs that will literally blow their minds. Form a band. Save the world. Gods of Metal. Now on Kickstarter.
Glamorized and embraced by Hollywood, feared in the underworld, Benjamin Bugsy Siegel was one of the most powerful men in America. he was also one of the most hated. The man who gave birth to Las Vegas was gunned down in the luxurious home of his glamorous lover. Almost 80 years later, his murder remains unsolved. Who killed Bugsy?
Hey, everybody, Dirk Manning here, the writer and creator of numerous comic books and graphic novels, including Nightmare World, Tales of Mystery, Brave But Not Dead, all kinds of stuff. And I am super excited for you because you are getting to watch right now, right this moment, out of all the things we're going to be doing, you're getting to enjoy and revel in the Madness Comic Network. And that is awesome. Thank you for being here.
Looking for a man. What?
You have found one.
Won't you get in trouble if the boss shows up?
Oh no, is the boss here? Hey, wait, I'm the boss.
Stick him up, please. Smoke, if you wish.
Come on! Damn, that hurts, doesn't it?
You know what's up. If you don't, you should. You should know what's up. It's Sunday. It's 1 p.m. Eastern. And it's time for the Madness Open Draw stream. And I just want to make a couple of quick statement announcements, whatever you want to call it, before I bring people in. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing the countdown for Zen Intergalactic Ninja, Zen the Bounty Hunter. He is an intergalactic ninja. Also hanging out with Nira X. Bill Moss is going to be here. Steve Stern is going to be here. We're going to be counting down the last hour of that. But don't wait till then. Go back it now. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got a lot of time left. That one ends tonight. So Zen Intergalactic Ninja, Zen the Bounty Hunter Wars. I can't remember what it is. I think it's Bounty Hunter Wars. Yeah, that's what it is. All right. But you know what I'm saying. Go check that stuff out. Look, we got this show. We got the show offs today. We got some Silver Line action tonight. It's all action on the Madness Comic Network. And, you know, just be here. It's the best thing you can do is just be here like this.
So just sit right down, relax, open your ears real wide and say, give it to me straight, doctor, I can take it.
Kick the chops out from under the wheels. Flaps up. No offense, Margaret. Contact. We're off. Rum, rum.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Oh, what heights will hit. On with the show. This is it.
The doctor is sort of in. What's up, everybody?
What does sort of in mean? What does that mean exactly?
I'm not on camera.
Well, neither am I. And this is why. But look, you still get me. I'm just holding up Cabo and Stan. Right? I put that up there to remind me that you can't drink for another month. Nothing. I mean, not like I'm a big drinker anyway, but every now and then I like to do some shots, you know? I mean,
right.
But I can't. And while I can't, there's a bottle of Cabo up there in the cupboard. God damn it. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard on me. But we have another guest in the backstage. A regular has returned. He's been gone for a little bit, but I'm glad to see him back. It's Jay Lee. What's up, James? How you doing?
Hey guys, what's going on, man?
What's up, James? Been missing you, bro.
Yeah, I had 2 weeks where I had, lost my dog and then I got sick. So
I'm sorry about that, man.
Yeah, almost 11 years I had him, and he had a stroke. So when a dog has a stroke, there's nothing you can do.
Not a
There really isn't. I think that's how we lost Zeus. I think he had a stroke because he was fine 1 minute and gone the next.
Yeah. That's basically what happened with him, except his basically shut half his entire back end off. And he was dragging his feet and crying and everything like that. And we got him to the vet, and the vet came out saying there's nothing they can do for him. So
it's just tragic, man. I'm sorry.
Yep.
It does suck. And that's the thing. We attach ourselves to pets knowing that they're going to pass before we do.
I don't know. I think this last one is going to outlast me.
Until you're old, okay? 90% of the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure this one's going to outlive me.
Terry, I don't draw anyway, and Doc's screen is right there. We just ain't pulled it up yet. Don't rush the show. The show's 2 hours. We'll get to it. We're talking. It's the beginning of the show. And as much as Rex inquires, all he's got to do is ask me. I'll tell him how I'm doing. If he's asking on a stream I'm not watching, how am I going to?
Excuse me.
Like, send me an invite, send me something to watch the show, and then ask me questions. And I'm more than happy to join you and answer questions. But, Rocky is upstairs. I'm sure you'll hear him at some point. Yes. Our animals do mean more to us than some real people. This is true. Than most real people, if you want to get down and be honest about it. I'd take Rocky over about 90% of the people I've met in my life. Zeus, I'd take over about 95% of the people I met in my life. So, yeah, our animals mean a lot to us. And it sucks when we lose them, but we attach ourselves to beings that we know have much shorter lifespans than we do. And there's people, after you lose an animal, sometimes you're like, man, I'm never going to get another dog. And then you realize that's not why you had the dog. And you get another dog. You see what I'm saying?
No, not all the time. You get really attached to your dog and you're like, I just don't think I'm going to get another one.
Yeah, well, that's how it starts. But then you remember why you had a dog. I'm saying on this one, I don't know if I'm going to do another one or not.
I feel you, man. I get that.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody feels that in the beginning when they first lose somebody.
But
you never know how you're going to feel in about 6 months or a year. I mean, I can't imagine, even if I could find another big husky, a big, beautiful husky like Zeus, it ain't going to be Zeus. But it's going to have a personality of its own that I'm going to come to love. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't replace him. We replace the hole that's left behind. That's what we feel. That's what we do. 16-year-old cat. Holy crap. She was a stray when you took her in, so you weren't really sure how old she was when you took her in, or was she a kitten? What's up, Levi? Oh, that's somebody. The link is pinned up there, Levi. If you want to join us, I don't think I saw you on my list to send it to.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like it's not when you think about it as replacing them, then no, because you can't.
No, I'm not thinking about replacing him.
No, Susan just said that. Susan just said that in the chat. She said, "I won't ever try to replace this one when his time comes," and that's the difference. You don't think about replacing the pet. The pet already has that spot in your heart. You're not going to replace that pet, but you might have to refill that void that lost pet leaves. We got somebody else in the backstage, people. Where's that? Where is it? Where is it? I can't ever find them. There's too many things back here. Where's Stephen Beach?
I don't know.
I don't see it.
I'm not even looking at the screen, bro. I can't help you.
I'm talking about the Stephen B intro. It's not here. It's not in these. It's not here.
My answer is the same. I don't know.
You're the one that loads these things. It's you made it. Didn't you load one in the draw stream for Stephen B?
It's almost like you don't have access to StreamYard.
I don't have the clip you loaded for him, dude. It's not in my computer. It's in yours.
It's in all the other streams. You could just download it.
I can't download it. I don't have it. You can't pull stuff out of StreamYard, dude. You can't download stuff out of StreamYard. Not the clip.
I mean, what you want me to do? Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen B.
Load it.
What's up?
I don't have it, Pops. I just switched computers. I lost a lot of stuff. What's going on, Stephen? Are you home yet?
Yeah, I'm home.
Well, welcome back from your journey across the seas. Did you have a good time?
Yep, it works. And that looks better.
Okay, I'll just shut up now. Did you have a good trip, Stephen?
Yeah, it was a good trip.
The main thing is, did you have a good time? Really? I mean, if you're out there, you had a blast, then go do it again.
It was fun, and I just dropped the cap.
And what happened?
I dropped this. For this.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's a refill for the pen or something.
No, it's the pen, the cap for the pen.
Oh, okay. Because it looked a whole lot like, other stuff. We get containers that look like that with stuff in them, Re-rolls come in containers that look just like that. Where'd he go?
What have you done?
Where did he go?
What have you done?
Where is Q?
Q, where are you?
Where is Q? But yeah, Levi, if you wanted to join us, I think that link's up there somewhere. You can find it. You're more than welcome to join us, my friend.
Come hang, Levi.
Anybody who wants to draw, look, if we can get 10 people in here, then I get to leave. Because I don't draw. So, by all means, come on in.
I had to completely reverse the lighting on this face. That's why I'm digitally reworking it. I have the light source completely backwards. Hate it when that happens.
That's not good.
Yeah, the fortunate thing is, if you're working digitally, you can fix it.
Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Pinned to the top of the chat. That's where it is, Christian. It's right there at the top. Just scroll up. You'll find it. Right there.
So I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend, a restful time.
Yeah, I don't know about the rest.
And congrats for you, Doc, for your campaign.
Oh, thank you. It's doing pretty well.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Christian Zaffo. Keep coming. We get about 9 more. 9 more. Come on.
What's up, Zaff?
Does it sound like I'm trying to get out of doing this show, Doug?
What up?
Zaff, are you not talking? Are you not
No,
speaking?
I'm here. I had them playing over each other and I couldn't hear you.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
Oh, man, just another day doing the thing that we do.
Well, congratulations on your launch.
Thanks, man.
Speaking of which,
it's doing all right.
Let's get a link over there, Doc. If you got it handy.
I'll get it in just a minute.
All right. Y'all don't forget why we're here. Promotion. Drop your links. Drop your friends' links. More people that see what they're doing. More my
Carrie,
job.
Carrie Love, could you drop that link for me, please?
Yes. Drop the links.
It's hot.
I totally did that with the wrong.
There you go. There's James. The Bonsteins.
Oh, I don't know if you guys remember this. This is the bike that I was doing last time. That's finished.
Yeah.
How much hair? How much hair did you lose?
For me?
Yeah.
It was the setup. I thank God for the blue line process, because if I tried to do this,
yeah,
all of them, Carrie.
It would have been horrible.
Carrie said, "What link am I dropping?" All of them.
The Fund My Comic link for Damn Dirty Thing. If
That's already up. Somebody beat her to it, but that doesn't mean stop. You just drop every link that you can think of for everybody that's cool.
And Pops, I wanted to get this sent over to you because you're doing that auction thing, right?
Yeah, next Saturday.
So I wanted to give you this one.
Now, do you want to just hold it, and if somebody bids on it, wins it, you ship it straight to them? We'll pay for it? Or
yeah, but I'm not sure I'm going to be
twice. See, I don't want to pay to ship it twice.
No, that's fine, but I'm going to send you a copy, a file of it, because I'm not sure I'm going to be around while you're doing it.
Okay, yeah, cool. I'm going to ask you to put an opening bid on that, because I do not undersell anybody's art. So,
all right,
I'll send
that to you too.
Opening bid and a buy it now price. I never want to undersell somebody's art, because then when they're going to sell their art later somewhere else, they'll be, I got like one for $20 on Pop Channel. No. You see what I'm saying?
It's $47 million.
I don't ever want to undersell anybody's art. Okay, so I'll let them put the buy it now or bid opening prices on it, because that's just, it's your art, man. Yeah. Yes, we love Fanta. She drops cool stuff all the time. We retweet it and share it when we see it. What we do.
Are you kidding me? I've got a stretch goal that's just for Fanta.
See, everybody knows. Everybody knows her contribution. Damn, look how many people jumped to her defense when some scrub attacked her a while back. We know who she is and what she does.
That's exactly right.
It's all action around here, people. All right. I'm trying to get myself set up here. I really wasn't ready to go live.
I felt that.
That's why I'm not on camera. That's why nothing was.
I felt that when you said it.
Kind of rushed through the ads and came on a little late and all that, because I just wasn't ready. Sometimes, like we were talking about, real life does get in the way. Royce was talking about that over on his channel a little while ago. But what I got to reiterate to everybody is real life is life. This is all the candy coating on the sides. This is icing and stuff that we get to do when we're not dealing with real life.
Well, now I got to beg to differ with you a little bit there. This is my real life. This is what I do for a
this
living.
is what you do. Okay, but I'm talking about there's people that I'm talking about like YouTubers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, they get interrupted with real life, and then they go, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I had to go handle this thing with my kids." No, go handle that thing with your kids and tell your kids, "I'm sorry, I was doing that thing online." You see what I'm saying? Real life is more important. Your kids, your grandkids,
priorities.
More important. You know. Mr. Bracey, what's happening, my friend?
Hey, caught me in the middle of lunch.
No, you came in. You could have waited till you were done eating.
Nope, not doing it.
What's up, Bracey?
I've aggressively decided that I'm just coming on no matter what. After some German guy playing D&D kept making comments like, "Damn, that guy eats a lot." It's like, dude, game is at night. It's my dinner time. I'm eating my pizza. F you.
Which game was that? Was you on?
That was on the Fellowship of the D20.
Oh.
Where we play our main D&D campaign.
Right.
Today we're playing Warhammer Fantasy.
Not crossed over into that one yet.
It's
cool stuff. Grey Wolf, what's up?
It's hardcore. It's brutal. Some of the mechanics are a little clunky, but for the most part, I like it because it has that kind of first edition feel to it. Like you could die at any second. Last week, my character got stabbed in the head by a wyvern stinger and remarkably survived.
Nice.
Oh, that is a nice looking drawing going on right there. Look at that.
That's James. What are you drawing, James?
Oh, I'm doing a Witchblade ballistic homage.
Because I am such a Luddite when it comes to technology, even though I have to use it every single damn day. I cannot figure out how to share my screen through my iPad, no matter how I've tried.
All right.
Welcome to my world.
Every time I try to do something, like even like comment off to the side or look at a comment, I can't get back to like where we are now, and I end up like having to log out of the stream and come back in.
My kind of man right there, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm a total boomer, dude.
Dude, who are you talking to? Do you not know who I am?
I'm Gen X, man. I'm proud of it. So if you don't like it, tough.
Yeah, I'm Gen X too, man.
I mean, let's face it, Gen X, we would go out at
this is
morning, come back in the evening, have scrapes, bruises, cuts, not give a damn.
This is something I've been commissioned to work on for Veterans Day, so I got lots of time, but I just want to go ahead and crank it out. So,
awesome.
Honoring our soldiers.
Not going to get a complaint from me.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, it's a damn dirty shame to see that thing on the screen. I dig your noir work there, Doc.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Just trying to get in here and do some edits. The book is 99.99%. And that's not an exaggerated number. That's a real number. Done.
One of the things I like about your work is it reminds me of the newsstand black and white comics or magazine size comics I used to pick up in the 70s.
Yeah. That's the goal.
I enjoyed my superhero stuff growing up, but I was also very drawn to the more mature content of the stuff that wasn't on the spinner rack. It was like on the magazine stands and like the pharmacies and stuff like that.
Speaking of
Umbrella and
have you seen the new Savage Sword of Conan books?
Yeah.
They're magazine size.
That's right, man. It's good stuff.
New
Gary
one is.
Kloss used to kill it in the day.
No, I'm talking about the new one.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing that again.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate to say
It's
it, but
not with Marvel. It's not with Marvel anymore.
Oh, okay. Because
I'll be right back.
I've seriously noped out hard on Marvel and DC the past few years.
No doubt. I'm with that.
I am all about indie creators and manga.
Yeah, I haven't bought anything new from Marvel or DC for a long time. But I do still go get that old stuff that fits nicely into my collections because the old stuff was good.
I watch other podcasters and YouTubers to keep up with what's going on with the big two, but I haven't bought anything from them in like 4 years.
I don't even watch other podcasters to find out what's going on with them, dude. If it's a show about Marvel, or DC, I'm probably not watching.
Yeah, Wes from Thinking Critical is pretty fair about what's going on in the industry.
I mean, I'll allow people. Look, you can bring your show to our network and talk about Marvel and DC stuff, but you won't see me talking about Marvel or DC stuff or doing a show about Marvel or DC stuff unless it's all good Marvel and DC stuff.
Hey, Doc.
What's this interesting character here with this bird mask?
Well, that's Steve B.
Hey, Pops, can you make me full screen for a second?
Say what?
Make me full screen for a second. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's the new one.
Oh yeah, I'll be checking that out.
Yeah, that's number one. It was just a couple weeks ago.
Wait, am I wrong? Is the guy working on that like a really good homage artist to John Buscema?
This is actually covers done by Joe Jusko.
Well, I understand that. I was thinking about the interior art. I've seen online recently somebody's doing some some Conan art that looks really good, like Big John good.
Let me take a look.
Got flavor.
Yeah,
How about you give us some names? Who's
doing his
the
style.
writer and who's
Here's
the
interior.
Who?
All right, just give me a second. Jeez Louise, I gotta go find it. So let's see. Well, there's a bunch of people in here.
That almost looks like an Alan Davis up there in the corner, from what I can see of the artwork.
What's this here?
Yeah,
Don't say.
that almost looks like an Alan Davis style face.
What's up, Doran?
Everything here. Who's doing stuff?
What's up, Doran? Good to see you.
I would really love to see a whole Joe Jusko done Conan book. I loved it when he was doing Black Panther back in the.
Okay, so there's a bunch. This is a bunch. There's like multiple stories in this. So you got
I'm down for Conan anthology.
Max von Fletner is doing one. Joe Jim Zub is by and Joe Jusko. Oh, Joe Jusko did some of these.
Okay, that's an instant buy.
Yeah, Patrick Zurich. Let's see. Okay, pinup colors by Robert Del Toro. Yeah, looks like we got some really good guys in here. Oh, that's beautiful.
Well, these are going to be silhouettes.
They're beautiful. This is beautiful.
Welcome back, Q. It's a pleasure to see you again, my old friend.
Stand up for your right. Yeah. We're rebel, don't give up the fight.
If you can't take a little bloody nose, maybe you ought to go back home and crawl under your bed.
Peekaboo. What's up, y'all?
What's up, you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I love the intro.
Doing a Ghost Rider now, guys.
Oh.
Ghost Rider. Yeah.
Well, that's looking
You
good.
might want to show everybody else the finished piece from last week, though.
Well, I'm going to show you right now. Hold on.
Hey, did you design that logo? That's a really good looking logo at the bottom of that character.
Thank you.
Yeah, I dig that.
So you just finished the Cable and Domino one. I don't know if everybody got to see that or not. So there you go.
Voila.
Hey, that's a Blade Runner reference? I like that.
Thanks.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Q does fun stuff, guys. That's why he hangs out with us, because he's here to have fun. See?
I like me a good homage.
Mm-hmm. And if you zoom in real close, you see Crom.
What? Look at that.
Right here.
He's always there.
So how far is your campaign, Doc?
As of this morning, I think we were at 21 backers, 800 and change.
Nice.
And that's not all. There's also Doc reference in that drawing.
I have Doc in one of mine.
Doc Corp.
Hey, Pops, I don't think people want you to zoom in on me eating.
Yeah, well, sometimes StreamYard just grabs your face and throws it out there, and I don't have anything to do with it. I'm just trying to switch between the art. And sometimes your face gets grabbed. You know, you could.
I'm so interesting. People would watch me eat salad. Look at that.
You could be hiding behind an avatar, and nobody would know you were eating.
I mean, considering how good the AI generation is these days, entirely possible.
I mean, look. Nobody knows whether or not I'm drinking. But that did happen.
What's this interesting looking guy with this kind of bird looking mask here, Bullcat?
This is a well, he's wearing a plague doctor mask.
Excuse me.
And the story behind it is back when he was alive, he he dismembered the people to bring back his wife.
Does anybody have any technical help for our friend Grey Wolf?
I don't know. I was always using when I was doing video production and editing. I was just always using like Premiere.
I use VSDC. It's a free.
So what he looks like.
And it's a pretty robust program. Pretty user friendly.
There we go.
Put that cover back up there, Stephen B. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Show what he looks like.
I've always liked the aesthetics of the Plague Doctor. Luna Fusion for iPad. That's good to know. Since I work primarily on iPad. I haven't done any video production in a while, though.
There's some things I'm not going to show.
What?
Because this is not a kid's comic.
Not kids.
This show is not kid friendly. It says right in the thing. It's not for kids.
Yeah. So here's the Plague Doctor. Just
Cool.
Just beating the hell out of the main character.
Yeah. The Plague Doctor, yo. A real criminal in today's world.
I don't know. I like
the main character thinks grabbing his weapon is a good thing until it just disappears out of his hand and just returns to the doctor.
That's Crips and Legends, yo, by Stephen B. Do you have a open storefront on Fund My Comics, Steven?
No, I don't.
If you got a few of those laying around, you should probably do that. Some of us were some people were probably broke when you had these available, and then they might have a little money now, but they can't get it.
Yeah, here's the severed head of a previous monster.
There you go, Graywell. You got a bunch of suggestions now. There's another one. Handbrake. Now, Sketchy and Dorian, you guys both got links in your Facebook DMs to come join us if you'd like it.
And now I'm working on issue 3.
Excellent.
Which kind of picks up right after.
Then there's Doc.
Poor Doc.
I
do the best I can with what I got.
It's always interesting to me to see which of us are working all digital.
Fanta.
Bored. I've still got a bunch of old blue.
Pardon me, fellas.
Good morning, Fanta. How are you doing?
Hello, Fanta, darling. I'm over here dying.
So what kind of car is that, Doc?
It's a fictitious car because I didn't want car aficionados coming at me. So it's a cross between a 46 Ford.
It's the trunk lid of a 46 Ford, and
it's a cross between a 46 Ford and a 48 Mercedes.
Yeah, the front end has the Mercedes look and the rear end has the Ford look.
Well, no, I didn't directly copy any of them. I just kind of took cues from each. Because there's always that one car guy, right? That's reading comics.
Oh,
you got that wrong, motherfucker. Oh, well, I'm so sorry.
Like that.
Yeah. So,
like
I saw you posted one last night, didn't I, Fanta, for Doc's campaign? You got another one? See, she loves Doc. She's making extras for him. Extras.
I don't remember anybody back in the day in the letters columns on the Marvel Bullpen writing in letters like, somebody tell Jack Kirby that rows of teeth are not actually like plates of teeth with like little or
that's because we were kids and we didn't care what Ben Grimm's teeth looked like.
Well, like your devil dinosaur is a T-Rex with like 3 little fingers instead of just 2, man. What's up with you? Like you don't do your research.
Yeah, they were out there though.
They just didn't have the internet. They just didn't have the internet. That's and those letters got rejected.
I call them proto trolls.
Proto trolls.
Yeah,
that's good. Let me get back to work.
What was the guy's name? Sam Ketch that was doing Ghost Rider. He said. He said he redesigned that motorcycle so that the motorcycle heads would stop telling him what he was doing wrong. So he made up his own.
Are you talking about like the old Johnny Blaze motorcycle or the
no, that's the Danny Ketch one.
Okay, because I always thought that was weird why he went from like a chopper to more of a rice burner kind of style, but
yeah,
it was pretty cool with that skull fairing on it, which was kind of like a throwback to the earliest Ghost Rider comic books.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I did not know that he ended up having to do that because people were giving him grief.
Love you too, Fanta. Well, you just want to tell good stories. You're not interested in drawing a schematic of a motorcycle or a car or whatever. You know,
You don't need a car to be overly detailed unless it's like very close.
And for the people that do that kind of thing, rock on, man. More power to you. It's just not my cup of tea.
I mean, there's some people who do like really fantastic, crazy realism, but you know, by and large, the majority of comic book history has not been that. Now, I really got
it's all a caricature of life, all of it.
Yeah, I got to hand it to the assistant artists or the artists in manga who can do that. Who, you know, like, I don't know where they're getting their references from, but boy, they draw some like super technical stuff. And then sometimes, like, I remember what was it? I was reading Hellsing, and they had one of the giant kind of backpack artillery piece, and there's a little note at the bottom that says like, "Hey, enjoy this picture because this is the last time I'm drawing this thing." It's like,
I remember that. I remember him putting that. I was like,
yeah, it's like,
last time I draw that too, man.
Yeah, it's like I can't do this panel to panel for like the whole book.
I remember that.
Does it look like an overly drawn vehicle? You know what? I'm getting tired of drawing this thing. I'm just going to destroy it and move on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, in manga, the guy that did all the backgrounds for Akira, and he's on Twitter, and I've got his architecture books. That dude's insane.
I mean, I can see why some of these guys, like why so many backgrounds in manga look the same, is because they hire people just to be those background artists.
Yeah, that's all he does. He does backgrounds. That's exactly what he does.
But you know, that's not completely unusual over here. Like Dave Sim had a background artist while he was drawing Cerebus.
We want to hear something a lot of people don't know?
What's that?
Jim Valentino had a background artist on Shadowhawk.
Ah, I did not know that.
Yeah, I know the guy.
Huh.
Yep. And all the skyscrapers and stuff, all done by somebody else.
Because let's face it, the majority of us, before we got into drawing, you know, the comics and stuff, we just like to draw the cool pictures of the superheroes. So that's what we got really, really good at. And I was like, oh man, now I've got to be like an architecture student.
Believe it or not, I started out as a general drafting architecture student.
Oh, so you had the one already.
Well, see, my main goal when I was in high school was not drawing comic books. In fact, I was more into airplanes. And I was into a guy named Kelly Johnson, who is the founder and the creator of Skunkworks.
James, you're breaking up pretty bad. I mean, not breaking up. You're getting really staticky.
His mic is pretty muffled.
Can you hear me now? Let me turn my mic.
We can hear you. You're just staticky. Seriously, right now.
Okay, yeah, I remember Skunkworks. That is cool.
Doc, you want to send Kirby?
Is that any better?
Just drop the link.
Yeah.
Doc,
the
is that
link is
better?
pinned. It's just, it might not be pinned in your channel. I don't know which channel he's on, man.
Is that better?
He's coming in loud and clear for me now.
Okay, I see what's going on. Okay.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, I see what was going on. No, but yeah, my main goal was I was going to design airplanes for Skunkworks. That's what I wanted to do.
That is cool.
There you go, Kirby. Kirby.
I developed a great love of aircraft because my uncle built lots of model kits from World War II. He specifically liked tanks. And I started becoming kind of a World War II guy. But my thing was like I like building models of all the great fighter aircraft.
Yeah, the Spitfire was my favorite.
Like I know it's kind of a dorky reason to like it, but I really like the P-40 Warhawk just because it was like really badass looking and it was almost impossible to knock out of the sky. It wasn't, but it was tough.
It had a bathtub for a pilot's protection.
I particularly have a soft spot for two aircraft. One I admire, the other I would have wanted to serve on. So the one I admired was the F-4U Corsair.
Oh,
beautiful
but,
plane.
But if I were actually on active duty during World War II, I would have wanted to be on a Catalina, a PBY.
Huh.
Oh,
Now-
those are good. Those are actually good planes.
Big,
I was surprised
beautiful,
to find out
graceful.
I was really surprised to find out that our top ace was flying a P-38 Lightning, which was such an unusual design for the time.
Yep.
I really thought it would have been somebody flying a Mustang, but like no, the Lightning with that twin tail and the the single airfoil going between the two, and that thing was a beast.
Fast, agile, and hit
Mhm.
hard.
That knows. Yep, sure was.
Good stuff.
You know, that plane was used in the only purposely U.S. assassination of a single person.
What? Oh, tell me this story.
No,
Yamato.
the mission was to take out the head naval officer of Japan,
Admiral Yamato.
Yamato. Yeah.
They got an intercept about where he was going to be.
And they launched a squadron of P-58s, and
Said,
they
go kill him.
they timed it just right, and they came in and shot him.
Go kill
Wow.
him. The architect of Pearl Harbor. Go get him. Those were some motivated pilots.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can look it up on YouTube, but they did it on History Channel about the operation there like that, and they were talking about it. And yeah, he said the only reason he actually got the guy was he fired to clear his guns before he opened up on him, and clearing of the guns is what got him. And yeah, it's a really interesting story of how they found out about him. And yeah, there was 3 Betty bombers, and he was in the middle one.
Yep.
And the guy, he was cleaning the rounds before he started opening up, and the rounds hit it.
Amazing. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of hearing how the story of how the Red Baron got taken down. It wasn't a dogfight, but it was just some random soldier on the battlefield.
But they're not sure about it. They're really not sure.
Not sure, but they think they tracked it back to that one particular guy, and the dude just got a lucky shot and took him down.
Yeah, but like I said, they're not really sure who actually shot him down. So it could, there's different calculations.
It's
But
like,
when it comes-
like you think that guy would end up getting knocked down in a dogfight, but it was dudes firing from the ground who took him out.
Yeah.
Welcome, Doran.
Hey, hello.
What's up, Doran?
There it is.
Yep. I got my fancy new camera set up so I can actually draw and actually stream it. How do you like that?
Oh, how you like them apples,
Not
baby?
digital. Yeah.
It's all action now. See how that works?
All action, all the time.
World of the Butchery.
Yeah, it's my kind of going through the process of building the world, right? So I do a lot of world building. Thought that'd be a little bit different,
Nice.
something different to show as well. So yeah, it's like really breaking out the story sections. Like, there's slaughterhouses over here, upper district, lower district,
Look at that.
observatory, stuff
It's
like
like
that.
a map.
It is. Yeah, and it
wonderful.
helps me figure out the story and the rules of the story as I go too, as I've started doing a little bit of work on it, flushing things out.
That's cool. I make lots of notes like flora and fauna and technology and stuff like that before I start drawing anything, even if it's not
Yep.
going to directly appear in the thing, just to have it in mind when I'm doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I'm trying to create kind of it's steampunk. I'll say steampunk inspired. So I'm trying to do something very different in the sense of a lot of stuff, but inspired, not exactly steampunk. Like I've been studying steampunk in that, but like
Well, I
this
like that.
little floating
vehicle.
thing over here is kind of a
Yeah,
mix.
it's a combination of like hot air balloon and like what looks like a combustion engine.
Yeah, it's got a little propeller on it, and these are actually when I define this, it's actually an old film projector. If you remember from back in the day in the theaters in the 80s, it's got the 2 reels here going and a bunch of little cameras going. So once it's all
lens.
defined out, yeah,
Hands on the
Yep, these
front.
are all- yeah, lens in the front, 4 on the bottom. It's like they're scouting like
I was going to say it looks like a flying camera to me, so that's cool.
yeah, And it was an idea I had, so I just drew it in as I was doing everything else and kind of tried to piece away at it to try and get that.
I like it.
You never know
It's an
when
end of
you're
the
gonna get
world thing too. Yeah.
I know for years, John Byrne was one of my favorite artists growing up, and he drew a spaceship out of a hot iron air name it like a hair curler in one issue of Fantastic Four. When I found that out, my mind was just.
Yeah, I got these little propellers on it too. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, just reuse of technology. That's really what steampunk is, right? It's this kind of repurposing of what you have from a certain genre. So I'm trying to put a bit of that in there. And even like I've been working on this kind of underwater suit thing where they scavenge off the bottom of the ocean, is because the rest of the world's flood, right? So you see like those big buzzsaw, it's kind of carrying an anchor, got a shipwreck in the back. Trying to define little things like this part here is off. I looked at a old locomotive and just tried to steal some of the looks of some things, like the way they're built and the design, and just did my own flavor of it.
Kirby, do you still want the link? If you haven't gotten it yet, I'm going to drop it over in the DM group.
Reminds me of the Hawaii.
Yeah, it's got this like kind of steam engine underwater idea here. So that's why the kind of the steam is coming out here, but also some like an oxygen type thing going on over here, type thing off the left side. So trying to think to make it make sense to some of the parts,
No, make it so fucking confusing people don't ask questions. That's what.
Right. Yeah. It just works.
Right. Check your.
I don't know how it works, but it just works.
That's one thing I appreciate about like some of the old Marvel artists. They weren't like tech artists and that sort. They weren't engineers and stuff. And like I look at John Buscema and Byrne, and they would just kind of draw like this, all these kind of like little shapes, and you would just understand that was complex machinery in the cracks of the armor and whatnot.
Right.
Someone still continues to ask how something works. Just say it's magic. That's what it is. It's magic.
It's magic. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And steampunk though, like that's why I have to say steampunk inspired, right? They're very. I don't want to say sensible. They are a sensitive community. They won't back something if it doesn't fit into the genre correctly. And I'm kind of, you want to be inspired by it, but you don't want to offend at the same time, shall we say?
Right. It's got to fit the aesthetic. But, I appreciate the fact that from steampunk, we've got broader things. We've got like diesel punk. We got biopunk. We got all kinds of other punks that have like taken that idea and gone into different technological directions with them.
Yeah, and that Victorian era inspiration on the clothes combined with some kind of weird technology, like what a crossbow would look like, and that is pretty neat. It's pretty neat when they figure it out.
Even though I'm not crazy about designing technology, there's something about it that is kind of fun to try and figure out how to make something look like it.
Yeah.
Don't forget, people, next week, the Madness art auction /sale, because you want some. Just come get some.
Got to step away for just a second, gentlemen. I'll be right back.
Well, we're not going to show off your art if you're not here.
The classic ass slap there.
We'll move on to the next guy if you're not going to. Steve me. Steven was out there. He was on a gambling boat, He was out there on the ocean, and it was like there was more slot machines on that boat than there was people.
I know when to hold them.
Am I right, Stephen? Was there more slot machines than there were people?
There were slot machines
everywhere.
There were slot machines in the sports bar that I hang out, and there's like a whole floor full of slot machines.
There were more slot machines on that boat than there were people,
Did you come out ahead or behind, money-wise? Did you use them?
Did you sit down at any of them?
I sat in a few of them, and just watch my mom play a few of them.
Cool.
you didn't lose your shirt or anything like that. You didn't end up with some credit card debts.
I don't really go for the slot machines because honestly, I just feel like they're kind of rigged.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course they are.
And but if I see like a claw machine that has like piles of stacks of $100, $250, or even $500 stack, then I'd be like, what the hell? Just put in a dollar or two, and see
Oh man,
if it works.
like my wife is like the master of those claw machines. Like we've never done a Vegas one, but like you go into Walmart or something, they got the claw machine. She is always pulling like little stuffed critters out of those things. Like, and I'll spend like $50 trying to get something out. She's like $1, boom, every time.
Yeah, I ain't no good at that shit either.
Funny thing. One time all I had was like $1 left, and everyone was out on excursions, and I just had to stay on the ship, and all I had was like $1 in my pocket, and I came across a claw machine that looked I don't know. Something was telling me to put the dollar in and to give it a shot. So I put $1 in, and somehow I won $100.
Nice.
That's a nice.
It's always
return
good to
on
see someone
investment.
win. Yeah. I had a friend tell me once about the one-armed bandits there and I tried it, and I actually won $800. He said, go to the spot where there's a lot of people getting their money because they want them to see more success as they're getting their money. So his theory was that those machines that are close to where people are cashing out or getting their money, their little containers with their coins or whatever, is where there's going to be they want to see action, right? So the people are excited. And I didn't believe him. But at the end of the evening, as I was exiting and lost $60, I was like, you know what? I got $10 left. You know what I mean? Let's go try it. I tried it and I won like a $750 or something. I was like, wow. It was just luck. It's all luck in the end, right? It's in the favor of the house, or they wouldn't be doing it.
One of the things I learned because one time I was the first time I went to one of the publishers, I didn't win anything. So I ended up looking online because I got curious on how do you win these things, and from what I saw in the video, it's like pretty much half the time, if you see a claw machine anywhere, like say in the casino or a arcade, pretty much the majority of them are rigged to the point where it will have to pay out, and you have to figure out when the time it would be for them to pay out.
Yeah.
Because they would have to earn a certain amount of dollars.
Pardon me.
To give up.
If they don't see anybody winning anywheres, right, it's a sign that something's not a good deal. But there's something going on.
If someone wins at a claw machine, then that means, hey, they just paid out, which means find another one.
Yeah, I've never won at one. I've
never won anything ever. Period.
Ever.
I can't say that. I actually won many years ago. I won the year supply of M&Ms from M&Ms.
Right. That's a deal. Now we're talking.
Oh, dude.
Never won a damn thing. Not even once.
And what they did.
While I am interrupting you.
That sounds
What
like
they
a damn good
did.
shit.
Would you stop interrupting me while I am interrupting you?
Where did that come from? It's like a magical voice.
I know, like my family likes to gamble a little bit, but every time I've gone, like, I usually just I budget myself like, okay, if I can't get anything off $100, I'm out of here. And like I've never won anything. So, yep.
It's just entertainment for me. Like that's whenever we went, it was just because people weren't friends, family were in town, and they never. Like I come from a small town, so they were never to a casino before. So it's on their list of something kind of to do, like a bucket list almost. So it's like, yeah,
Right.
I'll go spend $80, right? You know what I mean, let's go spend $80, and that's our entertainment for the evening. You know,
I don't find it entertaining to lose money though.
it's the chance. It's that
I mean, in this,
real.
in this economy, I do that every day for free.
Oh, yeah. Amen to that.
I can't afford to be entertained.
Yeah, I wonder how casinos are doing. That would be interesting to hear during the whole inflation, everything else going on.
The ones by me, because I just lived. I'm lived here in the Metroplex in Texas, so I'm close to the stuff on the border of Oklahoma. Those are doing really good because they've got the ones at the reservations, and those are doing phenomenal work.
Yeah, they seem to do well there, but it's always, I guess it'll always be people will say, okay, it's hard times. I got $20. Let's go see if I can make it into 100. Just kind of like when you go to the corner store. I'm sure everybody's seen this before. People just scratch tickets. Oh, yeah, scratching tickets like crazy.
Got disposable income. Can't risk that when things are tight.
No. But as Doc is kind of saying, they're in a desperate state, right? They're like, I got to try something, right? So gambling's
Yeah, Joseph Haywood said the only two classes of people who are truly free are the insanely rich and the pitifully poor. Neither of them give a fuck.
Yeah, I agree to quite a bit with that. Being from a small town, you know, there's a lot of people who don't have much money, but they're perfectly happy, and yet they still have 3 or 4 kids. And you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, hey, there's nothing wrong with small towns. I grew up in a small town.
No, I wait to go back.
All right,
When I retire, I'm going home.
If anybody starts singing John Mellencamp, I'm out of here.
Nope. No, John Mellencamp for me, please. Nope.
Is there like a sign up somewhere? John Mellencamp? Do you have that?
No, I grew up. The thing is, I grew up in the Panhandle of Texas, so.
Sorry.
Oh, that was great. That was great. 100 degrees during the summer, -2 degrees in the winter.
That's why I said I'm sorry.
That was. I did my MOS training in Texas.
Where?
Like 4th morning, it was like 85 degrees out already, and I was shocked when winter rolled around, and I was freezing my nuts off when we went for our PT test. I was like, wait, I've been like in hell's outhouse over here, and all of a sudden it's cold. What is this? What is this?
Where were you at? Where were you MOS?
I was they've changed the MOS, but I was a 91G at the time. I was a behavioral science specialist.
No, where were you at? Where were you at in Texas?
Fort Sam.
I did my medical training at Sam.
Everybody does their medical training at Sam.
Yeah, I was 66 whiskey.
I did mine at Balboa.
Really? I mean, because like where I was at, like everybody was coming to Sam. We had, Army, Navy, Air Force.
Well, this was in the 80s, so
Mine was 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, I was out there in 92.
Yeah, we were early.
I was 80s. Getting out in 92. I was done. I'm out the door. I'm going home.
That's when I got out, 92.
Yep, I did too.
You guys got out and they got me in.
It's their fault. Blame them.
I will put it this way: after 918 days in freaking Korea, you are ready to come home.
I bet. One of the most ironic funny that happened is when we were graduating, one of the guys in my platoon, right? He was half Korean. His dad had been over there in Korea during the war, and came back with his Korean bride, and here he is. And of all the duty stations, they sent his ass to Korea, and he's like, "Why am I going to Korea? Is it because I'm half Korean? Look, my mom married some guy to get out of Korea, and they're sending me back to Korea."
Dude, I'll tell you this. I got over to Korea, and the first thing I was like, dude, don't go out the door here and try to pick up those girls right there on the curb. They only want one thing.
Mm-hmm.
They want to come to the United States.
Yeah,
I was like, yes, sir.
Out there, and
they're just there craving your companionship. That's all they want.
Yes.
Oh no, I got part two because I was dumb enough to fall for a Chinese girl. Oh yeah.
Did you end up with a dragon lady?
No, the U.S. government said I couldn't marry her.
They stepped in to protect you. We'll save you.
Oh, they stepped in to protect themselves because there's a little clause in the laws on servicemen and stuff like that. And I was working the consulate at Guangzhou, China at the time. So there's some stuff in the laws that you can't do certain things.
They didn't want to bring it back.
We frown upon that sort of thing here.
They called it. They called it a. What was the actual words? A threat to national security.
Oh, really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
They didn't want you.
Yeah.
That's some deadly love.
Yeah, it's. We don't want you to think of this as a negative thing. Let's just think of it as an opportunity to not fuck up.
Hey, look, guy. It's not you. It's us. It's us. It's not you.
It's not you.
Oh no,
it's my country. It's my country. I'm sorry, it's not me.
They didn't even try that part. They were like, "Oh, it's all you, you dumbass."
That's great.
We don't care. We don't care that your CO is an alcoholic. We don't care that all your troops are an alcoholic, and you're the only one keeping them out of trouble. You are not marrying that girl. I'm like, okay. Oh man, I mean, I have never seen people so vindictive and evil. I mean, they had the horns, the pitchforks, and everything. They're ready to crucify my ass.
I mean, everybody's got a hobby.
I'll tell you how bad this thing got involved. I had the highest ranking chaplain in the entire United States military at the time involved in it.
Dang.
The Crucifixion Club will meet at 1600 on the quarterdeck.
and he was wearing a star. Okay, I mean, he had a star on those. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, Oh yeah, dude. I was like, oh, I'm fucked.
Shit just got real.
Yeah, and then I was like going, oh yeah, that's right. I got 2 days and I can get the hell out of here. And I was out the door. I was gone. I was on a plane coming back to the United States. I was a free man. I had my DD-214, and I was like, fuck you. I still couldn't marry her.
I'm going home.
Exactly.
Wait, did you end up marrying the Chinese girl anyway?
Nope. Didn't get married.
Just thought I'd ask. Got out of the army, and then I got the Chinese.
Nope. No. Even when I was out of the army, they wouldn't let me marry her. Oh, dude, they had it on. They had her name on this piece of paper saying this lady is not committed to the United States, no matter what. I was like, you motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
So she was. She was just a wholesome kind of gal.
Maybe she was another Fang. It's funny how those rules didn't apply for our government officials.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. Swalwell. What's up, Mr. Swalwell?
Don't get me started. Don't.
Swalwell. How exactly did you get away with that?
I've got what you call connections.
I got a little clout. Oh, is that what that is?
What's a little insider trading?
Hey, I thought I just thought we called that corruption. How silly of me.
Okay,
yeah, we can.
Chat tonight.
You did what to who?
I'm getting off the chat. Off the stream.
Okay, well, good to see you and welcome back, my friend.
Thank you. So, here's what I have so far.
Tell everybody where they can find you, brother.
Right on.
And here's what I drew for my stand-in.
Oh,
look at that.
Ghost Rider and Punisher.
Look at that.
Two of my faves.
Very cool.
Which, you want to know something funny? I didn't realize it until I finished this. I drew on the back of this.
Oh, did you mean like you did? Well, that's why there's two sides.
Dang. That one's
that's
mine.
what the scanner
Steven.
is for. Scanner will fix
Steven,
that
that's
all up.
mine. Don't ever sell that to anybody. If you get rid of it, I want it.
All right. So yeah,
It's mistake stuff, man. He loves it.
I'm gonna hop off so I can go eat.
All right, tell everybody where they can find you, bro.
Huh? Oh,
yeah.
Well, you can find me here on the Madness Comic Network, and you can also find me on my own channel here on YouTube called Bowcat Studios. You can also find me on Instagram and on Twitter, which is also known as that.
Some nights you can find me passed out at the local bar. But we'll keep that to ourselves, shall we?
I will not confirm.
All right.
Good night,
everybody
Steven.
in here?
See you,
Everybody in
see you,
here?
Steven.
Keep that to
See ya.
yourselves.
All right.
So anyway, I'll figure this out.
Let's see how this looks.
Talk to us, Zap. You're muted, bro. Talk to us.
Sorry, I forgot I did that. The dog was on a rampage.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, Doc, this one's I'm doing for you. This is my version of your guy.
All right.
It's gonna be his.
Oh, that's cool.
His sweet cheeky in the background there.
Right on, right on.
There you go.
And I'm gonna be heading out of here. But you know, anyone wants to go to right there under my name, Foresight11. That's my website. You can subscribe for free and stay up to date with everything. I'm about to send my stuff for my first fulfilled campaign out to the printers, and as soon as that gets back and in people's hands, the second one will be up and running. So I'll have
nice.
at that point.
Nice.
Very nice.
And for everybody that's missed the first one, there's going to be a catch-up tier for it. So
cool.
That's the way to do it.
So I'm gonna I'll finish this one up and show you it next week.
Right on.
Always good seeing you, Zap. Thanks for coming out, brother.
Same. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for
See
having
you,
me.
Zap.
All right, later, guys.
Whoa, look, it's Doc. Oh.
I actually wanted to show you guys something. I found this the other day and I was like, what the heck? I was going through some old boxes. So years ago when I was a teenager, a long time ago now, I submitted to Wizard. And look at, I forgot that they mailed this back to me. Some kind of like marketing thing from like the 80s. Well, I'm assuming like 90s. Got like all their, it's like a promotional thing talking about their stuff. I thought that was kind of funny. Probably never see one of these again. It's a pretty good shape.
Were you just like submitting art to some of their little art prompts kind of things?
I was trying to get a cover. I did a cover of Wolverine and Sabretooth. I still have the art somewhere. They even sent me like a little schedule of when their covers are going to be released and the deadlines for them. Kind of funny to think. Back in there we go, 97. So they would have sent that back 97, 98. Little time machine. Oh, it's a little X-Files.
But did they give you a rejection letter along with that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, for the cover I submitted, I forget why I submitted that cover. Yeah, I was delusional at that time. I mean, the art was all right, I guess.
No, I mean, did they actually give you a rejection letter, or did they just send
No. They probably did. I don't remember, to tell you the truth. But they were nice enough to send me this as well. And all these years it sat, and then I just stumbled across it.
Still in good condition too. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, it's been sitting, inside of like a folder all these years. I mean, it has like the Wizards.
It's kind of crazy. I put some of my artwork up on some pieces I working on recently on Facebook, and my uncle reminded me, like, oh, I've got some of your stuff from like years back. It's like, wow, I'd forgotten about it. Like, man, scan it, put it up there. I'd love to see what it was. I don't even remember what I gave you back in the day. Kind of neat discovering those old pieces and like, oh wow, look at this.
Yeah, I kept a lot of it, but I'm kind of a strange bird. The path I took with my drawing. First off, I never wanted to look at other people's art. Like, I mean, I obviously read comics and that will inspire you to agree, but I never studied any of the art from Jim Lee or anybody I was reading, Texera, whatever. I just always did my own thing. I didn't feel like I wanted to do that. And it wasn't until years later I learned that that's what you have to do, right? You know what I mean? You have to have a foundation and you have to study. Now I've got books all over the place, throughout my life and stuff like that. But it was funny how I was resistant to being influenced by anything else.
I mean, I can actually respect that attitude, like not wanting to be subconsciously influenced by anybody else's work to develop your own style. But it's like you said, you got to have that foundation first.
Yeah, I'm going to a couple cons this year. Like, I've got my little con tour going up here in Canada, and one of them asked me to do something. You guys probably would know what it is. There speed drawing? Yep. There's competitions at cons, and they invited me to do speed drawing, and I didn't know what it was. I told them, I said, I said, I have to tell you, in my life, I've drawn less than 10 Marvel character pieces of art ever. Like, I literally did not want to draw Spider-Man. I have one Spider-Man. I shouldn't say that. I did draw Spider-Man once. I have like one Superman that a friend asked for. I got a ROM that a friend asked for. You know what I mean? But I never sat and draw Superman and all of them in a whole bunch of different ways and studied what Jim Lee was doing with this, or, whoever was doing with that. And that's why for a lot of years, though, you don't grow. You don't get the feedback you need, or you're not studying. You don't kind of figure out how to do some tricks, right? I think that's the bad part of it, is that it slows you down growing as an artist, I think.
Boy, I would suck at that competition. I am not fast at all.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm no, yeah, I'm not fast. I like taking this is me relaxing, right? That's what art is to me when I draw. That's my downtime for myself. So I'm not interested in going fast. That's why I don't draw my own comics as well. I never developed skills to do so. I'm interested in getting faster now because I'm getting older, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure how to do it. Some people can, right? Some people are super fast.
I mean, I do watch other people's videos to see how they draw so fast, and it is kind of helpful. But I've been drawing the way I draw for 50 years, 45 years, something like that. So I'm kind of like, this is the gear I'm stuck in.
Yeah. I love watching David Finch's videos, but it'd be interesting if he did a speed one.
What cracks me up is I know some people. What cracks me up is I know some people that can draw really fast, but it takes them forever to finish a book.
Right. Yeah, that's okay. That's weird. They're fast in there. Can't produce.
That's crazy that David Finch can actually draw fast, considering how much line work he puts in a piece.
Yes. Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about clown artists. I'm talking about people that can draw really good. They can draw really fast, but for some reason, it takes a long time for their book
Well, I guess if you
David,
could point
David
him as a
Finch
fat man.
is an absolute beast, man. He's
Oh, I
just,
love his, and he can teach. His videos online are awesome.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
so
they
many
are.
of them bookmarked.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But remember, people, watching one person's streams does not make you a master artist.
No, not even close. His hatching, like I'm horrible at hatching to this day. I studied it and I like whatever. My brain just goes back and does its own thing. I just let my brain go sometimes, and so it's hard to follow some of those rules. But I understand that they work. I don't know.
Yeah, I just try and get into that flow state, and sometimes that is when it clicks. You know, you kind of just get into that zone. Everything else just kind of goes away, and you're in the work. And next thing, like, oh, I've been at this for like 5-6 hours, and look at how much I actually got done. Wow.
Yeah, no one's ever more surprised than I am when I actually finish a drawing.
One of the funniest things for me is somebody they're like, I sat down for an hour with so and so, and they use that for every piece of cred for everything they're ever talking about. It's like that 1 hour covered my whole life in art, yo.
Yeah, the very first con I was at, the guys next to us was into animation, and he was creating comics, and it was really cool. They were doing well, but people would stop by and he'd draw stuff for them, right? So he'd draw their character. They could sit at it, and he'd go, "Okay, I'm ready." But what I didn't realize until my friend Corey told me, he goes, he's got blue lines underneath everything. So he already has a template underneath it. And he's just, I'm like, oh, I never even would have thought of doing something like that. So he's already got all the shapes done. He's just adding detail to the character over top of what the person's saying. I'm like, oh, he's sneaky.
Yeah, I stopped. Like, I remember
Master Dan, my dude. How you doing, brother?
What's up, Dan?
Okay, I used to just do legit, I guess like a lot of people start out, because they used to have the production thing where you have pencilers, inkers, colorists, and all that. And so I used to just focus on nothing pencils. And then when I had to start doing everything myself, you know, my pencils are super sketchy, and everything gets finished in the inking phase.
Yeah.
So like
even
yeah,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, like I don't know if I can get the angle on it here. Why is it sideways? Don't be sideways. There you go. I want you like that. Like I think I worked on this piece 3 weeks before I was able to color it, and the coloring took another week.
Oh wow! Looks like there's tons of detail.
Oh, there is tons of detail. I'm something of a detail fanatic when I get the chance to actually really do the kind of work I want to do, because this is the kind of pencil work I used to do ages ago, before I went digital. And then when I went digital, I started letting my colors handle all the detail and stuff. You know, I kind of stopped doing hatching and things like this. And when I did this piece, it's hard to get it straight on the camera there. When I did this piece, I wanted to see if I could apply my old pencil and airbrush style techniques to it. And it came out pretty damn good. I'm pretty pleased with it.
That's funky, like almost like a Neptune in the background. Is that Neptune? Or is
Jupiter.
that like a whole other planet? Jupiter. Ah, yes. Okay. I noticed that spot, that storm spot, it looks like. Yes.
Yeah, this battle is taking place on Io.
So one of the moons? Is that a moon event?
Yeah, Io is.
Yeah, we got a book. We got a series we're working on called Blood World, and this particular book is called Phoenix. And so it's like a Game of Thrones meets Warhammer meets Cyberpunk, just a whole bunch of influences. The particular story I'm working on is imagine Mutant Conan meets Thundar the Barbarian kind of world. That's my thing, because I generally prefer to draw organic stuff to a lot of tech stuff. I can do it, but it's not my favorite thing to draw. But every now and then,
preach.
Say that, but I really do like to render metal. I think shading and rendering metal is like really cool. But I hate drawing things like cars and skyscrapers and shit like that. But I'll do it if I have to.
I tell you,
And
inside of
like crowd scenes, man, crowd scenes. That is a slog.
I've studied that stuff, and it's amazing when you start looking at like comics and that to see how the tricks they use to draw a crowd is quite smart. But yeah, I've caused some artists to have to draw crowds before, and they usually don't like it. they're not happy to draw 100 of something.
Yeah,
Like,
that's when you get an email from me going, "Hey, listen, we got to talk."
Oh yeah, it's like no.
We need to talk.
When you see a master like Jeff Darrow drawing a cityscape just loaded with people, and each thing on the page is so interesting. He puts so much thought into each and every individual little person walking on this random street, this big kind of like wide shot, establishing your setting. You're like, man, how does this guy do this without like wanting to put a gun in his head,
Right.
Yeah. Is it Robert Bateman, who's a really famous artist, a nature artist type? I don't know if you guys would know him or not. He might be famous only up here in Canada, but he used to do book tours. So I worked at a Chapters, which is a major bookstore up here, and he was here. And a friend was telling me, like I always tried to learn how to draw space, kind of like, you have a space scene in the background, like with the stars and all that. And I said, it takes forever, right? And then my friend told me all he did was take his brush and flick white paint at it.
Yep.
And that's how he created space. It's like, what?
Yep.
You're trying to draw little circles, trying to,
And that's exactly the right way.
I used to have a toothbrush set aside just for flicking paint. You just and then you flick it with your thumb, and there would be your stars, or your black spray if you're doing blood is black ink. Back when the Comics Code Authority was a big deal, like you'd splash out some of your black ink, and then you'd add some like the stippling effect from the spray on the brush, and it looked really cool.
The way I put it is this: if you want to learn how to do nature backgrounds, there's nobody better to watch. They've got this YouTube channel of Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. Yeah, we watch lots of Rob Ross up here. Is he Canadian? No, he was on the TV.
He's American.
He was on the public channel. Yeah, because he was on the public channel. We got him for free up here.
Yeah. His background, his landscapes are some of the best, and he does them so fast. You're like going, huh?
Yeah.
Just a happy little trick.
I would suggest you go to a channel called Christopher Blaylock Fine Art and watch that guy paint landscapes.
Yeah, you won't get no happy little clouds. You get angry thunderheads.
Because he's faster than Bob Ross and better.
Well, Bob Ross is not going to get any better since he passed away.
Yeah, he never.
You don't know what he's doing up there, man.
He's
painting everything. He's painting the sky.
He was
trees are tearing down.
He was trained by, I don't know if you guys remember the guy before him, Bill Alexander.
Yeah, now I've seen some of his videos. And
he had, instead of happy little trees, he had that almighty tree lives right here.
Yeah.
He was great.
And you could tell that Bob Ross copied him.
Well, he trained him. He taught him that technique.
Yeah.
Everybody say hello to John from John's Lawn Box. What's up?
What's up, John?
Hey, John.
Yeah, exactly. Very much.
Wait,
so.
what just happened?
I don't know.
He ran away? He's like, I'm out of here. Bob Ross.
And he's like you said, he's a legit teacher. I watched a guy who didn't know how to paint at all, and he was talking about how his mom likes his sister better than him. Like, oh, he gave my mom got a great gift for my sister, so I'm going to show her that I'm worth something too, right? So he watched a Bob Ross video and painted a painting following Bob Ross. And for a guy who was not an artist, man, it turned out great. And watching his face journey as he realizes, like, first it doesn't look anything, and by the time he's done, it was like, oh wow. He's looking at the camera like in shock, and I was like, this is actually looking like something. It's actually looking good. And then after doing this beautiful painting, and then he writes on it in nice red paint, is like, see, Mom, I'm better than my sister. Great. But yeah, like this dude who didn't know how to paint or draw or anything, like he followed along with Bob Ross, and he turned out a really nice painting.
But you do know that on his show, he painted 3 versions of that picture.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Every show.
He did the first one before the show.
Oh, of course.
he would do one during the show, and he would do one after the show. And if he was visiting a network, PBS network, the third one he would leave to the network's office.
Well, it really makes sense, because to be able to talk and explain it properly and do it is a super skill. Like you gotta do the same thing a couple times, right? I would assume that you have to.
Well,
repetitive.
He did the final one was always going to be the thumbnail for the
picture episode.
The show. Then there was the one he did live, and then he would do one more just to give to the station he was at.
I was not aware of that. I thought he was just a friggin' prodigy.
He is a freaking prodigy.
He still is.
All right, listen.
system.
I'm sorry. I gotta do a little. I give him credit, okay, but we got to do a little debunking here. He was a one-trick pony, man. Everything was exactly palette knife mountains, and then dab trees.
He followed the same rules as he was taught.
The system. You got to have a system.
Yeah, it was exactly right. A system.
There's nothing wrong with being the master of one thing. You're still the master of
I always wanted to see him actually branch out and do things a little bit differently, but he never
like a different style. Yeah, I doubt he would. Yeah, because he wouldn't be trained in it. Yeah, he's got his system. He's probably very comfortable with it.
Yeah, it potentially it could have hurt his branding if it was like, oh, Bob, that one doesn't look very good at all. So maybe there's
that doesn't look like your other one. Yeah. Yep.
But I'm like you. I like to experiment with different styles. Like right now, like from the pictures I show you, the one I'm working on now and the one I showed you a minute ago, I'm working in the style that I used to work when I was doing all things analog back in the 80s, and I was just doing really intense pencil renderings. I've kind of fallen in love with that again now that I've figured out how to replicate that digitally.
Digitally is so amazing.
My computer is opening Windows. I did not ask it to open.
Have you played with perspective grids yet, Doc? No,
because I cannot get it to work.
Are you using a Studio Paint as well?
So,
yeah, I've used it for years.
Yeah, because I used to be a Photoshop guy, and then back when it was Manga Studio 5, I got into this and okay, Photoshop's great. I can do so much with Photoshop, but when it comes to just drawing comics, nothing is better than CSP.
No.
So this was taking Ross's tap for the leaves, but then using Impressionism, short brush strokes, unblended work for everything else, and then using Turner's approach to clouds.
I dig that. Oh, that's beautiful.
Look at the glimmer on the water.
So again, this is not no dab here. Every leaf is painted, but they're painted quick and suggestively, and then blocks of color. And
have you ever tried to experiment with like Monet's technique, Kenny? He was really doing amazing things with water.
When I was reviewed by a big magazine here, I was called the Monet of the South. So yes is the answer. This was painted on Bay Street in Beaufort, South Carolina one morning, plein air.
Oh, dude, I'm in South Carolina.
Right on.
I'm down in
That's
Myrtle
terrible. Beach. This was my first and only all palette knife painting. All of it was done with a knife. I just wanted to see what the hoo-ha was about. I didn't enjoy it. I did this one. There's a great painter on YouTube, Stuart Davis. He's a tonalist, and I was watching him paint
those clouds.
He was painting big towering clouds over these macro landscapes, and someone in his chat said, "Can you do that with acrylic?" And he said no. So I sent him this. I said, "Yes, the fuck you can." And he put in chat,
you absolutely can. I've played with the other mediums, but acrylic is my favorite for painting in. And if you are painting with yourself, you can learn to make acrylic look like watercolor or oil.
Yep.
but I love acrylic because it dries fast and it's friggin' durable, and I don't have to worry about ever ruining a painting.
Exactly.
Carry it around the con.
I started in oil, and then when I found acrylics, I never looked back because I don't want to move paint around. I want it to stay where I put it, let it dry, and then I can work layers. And so that's what this is. And there's a video on my fine art channel of painting this one, which is one of my favorites.
The water looks so good. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I really like the water on the previous one you had, though.
Oh, yeah, that is Monet's technique. Light against dark, dark against light. Let your complementary colors be optically blended. Don't blend the strokes.
Say what?
That is gorgeous.
So light against dark, dark against light is called passage. And then, like if you zoom in and you look, you don't blend your colors. You let the human eye do the blending from a distance. Because, you know, Impressionism, you want to look at those from about 6 feet away.
Okay. Yep. Makes sense.
That was the first thing I ever painted. I was like, I hate this.
Oh, hey, speaking of colors,
but this is, I'm sorry, this is the a Monet replica that I did, and it was the first time I started studying Monet. So I painted 100 Monet replicas before I did my first original painting in that style.
Yeah.
And this is my most recent one.
100. Oh,
so yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to.
But share your screen, Pops, if you can.
That's fine, Doc. Just
So this is brand new stuff for the Steins comic that I'm working on. It should be coming out in a couple months. We should be getting it to backers soon, but I thought you guys like to see this.
Oh, some werewolf action.
And then
werewolves are becoming hot again. Like it's.
Hey, Jim. Jim, had I seen you out there because Pops is asleep at the wheel, I would have shot you the link.
But yeah, these two just now.
Don't worry, Pop shot him the link about 4 hours ago. Don't worry.
But yeah, these are brand new. They just came in from my colorist, Don, who's taking over. He's doing a really good job on the colors.
I like it. Kirby's like, hey, now do an entire comic in that.
You can't. It cannot be done. So
that's just me.
You realize that the smallest brush I use when I do those paintings is a 1-inch brush. Go grab a 1-inch brush and an 11x17 and get to work. Show me what you got. What's up, Kirby?
You lie. You lie, old man. You can do that. You can fucking grace our fucking eyes with Doc Blaylock's comic that's entirely painted.
No, sir.
You're fucking digital now.
All you need is 22 canvases that are like 6x4.
Right, exactly.
No, Bracy. He's digital now. He's digital, so he can do it.
Okay, first of all, Kirby, you cannot do. You can't paint the way I paint digitally. Maybe somebody can. I can't.
We actually,
I have to stand arm's length away. Let me turn on my camera. Here.
Adapt and overcome. What the fuck?
You literally stand this far away from your canvas, holding your brush out here. None of this that we do drawing comics. You know, we're all these little lines. No, it's this. It's wah, 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 wah. It can't be done.
It can adapt and overcome.
There's just a button in Painter that says "Turn to Impressionist." It's terrible.
It's no button. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he can sit there and develop his own style and way to.
I have worked
on digital
for years just to get where I'm at right now, Kirby, and I know that you think I suck. But I like where I'm at with my pencil work. So, no, I'm not going to grab a big 1-inch brush and start slobbering ink all over. No, it's not going to happen.
It's just the paint tool, dude. Just the paint.
Paint the next fucking book.
I saw a crazy digital painting somebody did many years ago now when digital was really first starting to take off. and this guy painted what looked like an oil painting to my eye, and he claimed that he painted it with a mouse. Yeah, he wasn't even using like a Wacom or a Cintiq or anything like that. I was like, "Holy crap, man!"
You would probably get a more authentic impressionist look with a mouse than you would with a stylus.
Yeah, those freaks of
Yeah,
nature
well,
still
there
exist
was-
out there. But
They
that,
do.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah, they
saying
do.
Doc has to be one, you know. But he was a
That-
fucking Marine corpsman, right?
So what?
Navy corpsman for a Marine Corps squad.
So
and he's
what?
fucking talking about, I can't do this, I can't do that. It's this. Ah, motherfucker.
Listen. What I am going to do when I finish here, I'm going to take about a week or two off, and then I start on Pariah Sanctum of Hate, and I'm going to do a 16 by 20 landscape painting of the swamps with my golem in it, like he looks like Man-Thing, and it'll be a painting, and I will paint it in Impressionism.
Beautiful, beautiful. And what?
Look
That's gonna
forward to
prove that I'm right. You should do the whole fucking comic that way.
You were wrong.
What?
So sit there in your wrongness and be wrong.
I
So
love
for the
that
last-
you're not listening. You will prove me right. Try and wrong.
Yeah, he's gonna prove me right once. It's gonna look good.
Would you
Yeah,
stop
but-
interrupting
then
me while
Kirby's
I am
gonna be up-
interrupting you?
Yeah. Kirby's gonna be able to poke at you when you accomplish it too. He's gonna be able to. What the hell?
Kirby's style is actually very painterly. When he's drawing, he's painting, and then he does. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kirby, but then you start doing reduction, reductive drawing. Yeah, which is a great approach. I like it.
Right, I lost the ability to what's it? I don't know how to say it. Continual lines, or what is it?
Just doing the long lines.
Yeah.
You can't draw a long straight line anymore.
No, it's got too much nerve damage.
Excuse me, Marine. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
I did. So that's why my style. Well, I can't make a comic. I can't do this. I figured it.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Yeah, I had to take a year off drawing because you see how I can't put my fingers together? I got nerve damage in my drawing hand, and I had to reteach myself how to draw. I still can't sign my name properly. It looks funky.
Right.
But I taught myself how to draw again by just inking over other people for about a year.
I don't. Those
Get the brain
last
going?
3 fingers, I don't have any feeling.
No,
Those last 3 fingers.
I had nerve damage
Parts of my arm.
back here, and it caused the muscles in my hand to wither. I didn't even realize it was going on. And then one day I realized I put my fingers together, and I was like, man, my hand looks like a zombie hand compared to my other hand. I went to the doctor. Was like, oh yeah, you've got atrophy and serious nerve damage, and they had to go in and move that nerve to another place because apparently all these years of like resting my arm on a table drawing damaged that particular nerve.
It'll do it. Hey, let me show you guys something real quick. In 2017, I was on my bike, and a lady backed out in front of me in a parking lot. And I had to dump the bike, and I broke my elbow on my right arm and 2 places on my elbow and 3 places in my wrist. And so let me do this real quick. So I did this over on my Fine Art channel. We'll just show a minute of this.
Yeah, we all can't be a freak like Frank Frazetta who gets a stroke, can't draw with his right hand, just starts painting and drawing as well as he ever did.
So here we go. I cut the sound out, so let's get right into the painting part.
Yeah, you don't want to get a copyright strike on yourself by yourself.
The audio,
would be horrible.
The audio just sucks. So this is left-handed painting.
Yes,
and
but I've seen that
Hey,
happen on
I'm left-handed. What are you trying to say?
My thesis was that to my art students, I always tell them it's not what you can do with your hands, it's what you're able to see. And if you can see art, you can do art. So I decided I'd put my money where my mouth was because my students were giving me shit for not painting with my left hand while my right hand was broke. So I did a tonalist piece because I was scared to try anything else.
Your impression, Picasso.
Don't get me started on Picasso. That's splattery shit. That's not art.
We'll skip forward a little bit here.
You're using both hands, though. Wait a second. I'm supposed to use one. You already broke the rules.
Yeah, I'm doing the wipe offs with my right hand. But in fairness, when I'm painting that way in that style with my right hand, I do the wipes with my left hand. So it's all right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's impressive. I can see it coming together.
Skip ahead a little bit. And then because the world is a hateful place, one of my students bought this one from me. So they would always have a piece where they could go, look, I was better than my teacher.
Oh, fucking bastards. That was a good one.
Yeah, hateful fucker.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Smart
boys and girls, we have to bring this one to a close. The show to do in a little bit with Texas Dave. Got the show off today at 3:30. You know, and it's all about that. Let's take a quick look at what Kirby's doing before we.
Yeah.
Does that character look familiar to anybody? Because I know who that
That's
is.
Dillard.
That is John Dillard.
No,
so listen,
not.
real quick. Shut up. I'm going to interrupt you. We're backstage hanging out, and Kirby's got to design some goons, and he needs some facial expressions. John Dillard sat back there like a prima donna model and made all these facial expressions for him, and they got screenshots. It was awesome.
He does make a good goon, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh, this character's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm mixing Dillard's personality and mannerisms, everything I know about him. With
Okay, but you got to call him Don
Long
Dillard.
John Silver.
You got to call him Don Dillard.
But listen, it gets worse. Kirby was all kinds of racist. He said, "Yeah, I need a Mexican goon. I need a." What did you say? What else did you need?
One skinny black guy, one big black
He's trying
guy,
to be inclusive.
two Mexicans, a white guy with long hair.
Yeah, he's just calling out every stereotype there is.
Yeah.
They all serve a purpose.
Quiet.
The white guy with long hair has been drawn a bunch of times. It's nothing new.
All right, so let's take it around the room. James,
Hey,
tell people where they can find you, sir.
you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on X or Twitter, however you want to call it. And you can find me at www.thevonsteins.com.
Fantastic. Mr. Bracy, where can people find you, sir?
Find me on X at Bracy452, and DeviantArt is where I have my gallery under the name Bracy100. And pretty much any place you see this logo, that's probably me. That's my own personal hand-drawn smiley face for my hero, Mr. Happy.
All right. I'm going to come back to this guy because he wraps it up for us. So let's talk to Doran. Doran, where can people find you, sir?
You can find me at whitefirecomics.com. That's my main home. Or you can find me on Twitter and Facebook as well, if you want. But whitefirecomics.com is the best place.
All right, fantastic. And Kirby, where can people find your elusive ass?
I'll be around. I'll be around where Doc is around. I'll be around where Dillard's around. Yeah.
We run in packs.
Uh-oh.
All right. And by the way, I have a campaign live on Fun My Comic called A Damn Dirty Thing. I would greatly appreciate you backing at any level you can. Our cheapest product is $4 for the digital PDF or $4 for the digital novella. So you can afford it. Go give me some love. Oh, I forgot to do this. Wait a minute. I'm Doc Blaylock. You can find me on the YouTubes, Doc Blaylock. I'm the only one there. You can find me on the Twixt at Doc Blaylock 8404. And then lastly, let's come to this guy here. Q, where can people find you?
You could always find me here and find us here in the Madness Comic Network on YouTube and Roku.
Take it away, Pops.
Put a little madness in your life. If life makes you unashamed and comics are your escape, put a little madness in your life. Come give your mind a cleanse. Tune in with pops and friends. Just turn on your Roku box and then put a little madness in your life. Put a little madness in your life. Yeah, yeah. Put a little madness in your life.
There is a creature in the swamps. It lives to destroy. The beast they call Hogzilla.
After his latest get-rich scheme goes sideways, Gary Duba, the quintessential Florida man, ends up with a stash of somebody's high-end memorabilia. His gal Crystal is on probation and preparing for the fight of her life, squaring off against Australia's Queen of Combat. Delilah's got her back in training, staying off rich foods and the nose candy. Meanwhile, Gary and his best friend Floyd have been hired to wrangle a massive, abnormally aggressive feral hog that's terrorizing the swamp and wrecking Gary's old neighborhood. Can they bag the elusive monster swine without destroying the Sunshine State? Reserve your copy of Florida Man vs. Hogzilla at FloridaManComics.com. We're bringing back funny books, y'all.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands are
Have a good
night.